The fighting Phils are sitting at the top of not just the NL East, but Major League Baseball with a 26-12 record here, recording this on the day off, going up right before the Marlins series starts this weekend. I am Shelfie here with the Cherry Pinstripes podcast, bringing you Phillies content live with my man Dre, once again in the producer suit. Let's go. The Phils are looking good. Last week, we did not get a podcast out, but we had some warehouse things going on, but we got the phone lines up. And if you're interested in calling in, giving us your Phillies thoughts and opinions, 267-225-6377. Already got some messages lined up. Going to dabble into this next week. Get your opinions in there. You might get on the show. I'd love to talk Phils with some of you guys. We're also going to have Jolly on the show next week, so look out for some content with my man Jolly. The Phils have a 4-game series against the Mets next week. We'll get into that then. For now, let's talk about how the Phillies got to where they are today. Over the last week, they had a 4-game sweep of the San Francisco Giants and a 2-game split with the Toronto Blue Jays at home. Game 1, San Francisco Giants. Aaron Nola was on the mound. 4-3 win for the Phillies. Nola only went 4 innings in this one, 4 strikeouts. Pitch count was high. He had a couple walks early in this game. I want to say he was at like the 80 pitch mark in the 4th inning. Never good. But the thing about this Phillies team, the bullpen goes 5 innings, gives up 1, strikes out 7. The Phillies won this baseball game without a single extra base hit from the lineup. None. Nola's out in the 5th. Lineup 0 extra base hits. They still find a way to win the game. I don't care who they're playing. This team is finding ways to win games right now. Game 2 of this series was the blowout game. 14-3 on Saturday. Phillies collected 12 hits. Ranger Suarez went 6 strong, gave up 3. It's wild that a quality start, go 6, give up 3 is his worst start of the season, but that's Ranger Suarez. 10 different Phillies registered a hit in this ball game, and I do want to note that there was a good bounce-back inning from Seranthony Dominguez in this game because his previous outing, the series before this, was bad. It was rough, and he really hasn't looked good all season. I'd like to highlight the good innings when we get them, just maybe he can get the ball rolling. It would be huge to get some good depth innings from Seranthony Dominguez. 3rd game of this series on Sunday. Phils win 5-4. This was the Trey Turner out of the lineup game. Trey Turner did exit the blowout game on Saturday a little bit early, hurt the hamstring. We believe it was on the play where he scored from second on a walk. Pass ball on a walk. He scored from second. Looked a little bit frustrated when he got back to the dugout. We think that's when it happened. But Trey Turner out. Edmundo Sosa originally went and played shortstop. We've also already seen Bryson Stott play some shortstop, so we'll see what happens there long term. JT Realmuto slid into the 2-hole, and that's probably not going to change. Trey Turner was adamant in spring training that he doesn't really care where he hits in the lineup, but he wants to be consistent. So we're probably going to keep the 2-hole consistent until he comes back. JT Realmuto is probably locked in between Kyle Schwarber and Bryce Harper moving forward. The Phils win this game 5-4. Another Taijuan Walker start. His best start. 6 1/3, 5 runs, 2 of them unearned though. 6 1/3, 3 runs, 7 strikeouts. He was frustrated at the end of this start, but he looked solid. Again, comes back out for a 7th inning when he probably shouldn't have, and the stats would have looked a little bit better. So I'm really not going to fault him for that. Bryce Harper hit his 7th home run in this game. This was the adjustment with the hands game for Bryce Harper. Trey Turner already making an impact from the clubhouse. He noticed something with Bryce Harper's hands on film, went back to the MVP season, brought it up to Bryce, even noted he was hesitant about bringing it up to Bryce. Bryce, I guess, it's baseball. You don't really want to mess with people's stuff. But Trey Turner brought it up to Bryce. Bryce, go ahead and implemented it right away. Hit his 7th homer of the season. And then he homered again the following day. On Monday, the Phillies win 6-1. They sweep the series. 1, 2, and 3 in this lineup. Kyle Schwarber, JT Realmuto, Bryce Harper. 6 for 13 with 2 home runs and 4 RBIs. Zach Wheeler went 7 strong with 11 strikeouts. Matt Strom and Orion Kerkering both pitched in a scoreless inning out of the bullpen. Matt Strom's ERA now is down to 1.29. Orion Kerkering at the time of this game was a 1.04. He did give up a run in the Blue Jay series, so he's sitting at a 1.86 right now. But the offense came to play. Bryce Harper hit his 8th homer in that game, homered on back-to-back nights there. And then on Tuesday is when the Blue Jays came to town. Just a 2-game set before the off day. They win the first game of this series 10-1. And every one of these games seems to have a fun theme. This was the Cody Clemens, Bryce Harper bat game. Cody Clemens is using Bryce Harper's bat. First 2 at-bats of this game. Hits a homer and a triple. 2 for 4 with a home run, a triple, and 4 RBIs by the third inning. Bryce Harper's losing his mind in the dugout, and then he comes out in this game and hits a grand slam. Electric Factory at Citizens Bank Park. Christopher Sanchez also went 7 innings in this one, only gave up 1. He looked great, and it was Spencer Turnbull's first appearance out of the bullpen. It didn't take as long as I thought it would. He didn't have a single bad start, and he's coming out of the bullpen. He did look good, though, so maybe he'll transition over, get comfortable, and it'll stick. That would be fantastic. It scares me, but that would be fantastic. Spencer Turnbull definitely earned a role with this team. Regardless of what that role is, he's earned a role with this team. So after winning those 5 games against the Giants in the first game of the Blue Jays series, the Phils did drop one yesterday. Game 2 against the Blue Jays, they lost 5-3. Nola, 5 2/3, gave up 4, struck out 7. Orion Kirkering came in late, gave up a solo shot. The 1-2-3 at the top of the order. We had a sac fly from Kyle Schwarber early, but the top of the order went 1 for 11 collectively. The Phillies, really the middle and the bottom of the order, just slid a couple hits in there. There was no rhythm to this game offensively. It was their first bad game. But again, Chris Bassett, Zach Pop, Tim Meza, Jordan Romano, the 4 guys who pitched for the Blue Jays, all good major league pitchers. Zach Pop's ERA this season was a 1.93. Meza's been around. Romano's one of the best closers in the game. Chris Bassett has pitched in the NL East with the Mets before. He's got some familiarity there. So if you're going to drop a game, not mad at it. Now, upcoming on the schedule, the Marlins are coming to town. We're finally going to start getting some NL East rivalry matchups for the Phils. Started the season with the Braves. Then they went into that long stretch there where the schedule was really light. Love how it turned out. I believe they're 18-4 over their last 22 games. Bananas. Took care of business. Now you got to stay hot and win some series against your division rivals. The Marlins, one of the worst teams in baseball this year. Talking about trading Jazz on socials. Things are weird right now, but they're the Marlins. They always seem to play their best baseball against the Phillies. And this can't be that year. This is the year we're going to put our foot down and we're going to dominate the Marlins. This first 3-game set needs to be the tone setter. We have Ranger Suarez on Friday. Taijuan Walker's going to pitch on Saturday. And then you got Zach Wheeler versus Braxton Garrett in the Sunday matchup. I would love a sweep, but I would like 2 wins in this series where it doesn't come down to the last out. Win some baseball games. At least one of these 2 wins that you're about to get, let them know you're the better team early. Right away. I don't want the Marlins to enjoy playing the Phillies at all this season. They're probably going to look different every time we play them. Beat up on them. Go into this Mets series hot. I love the matchup in the Mets series. You don't have Taijuan Walker on the mound. You're going to get Christopher Sanchez, Aaron Nola, Zach Wheeler, Ranger Suarez Monday through Thursday. This is a really good opportunity for the Phillies to take this momentum they just built up. They're beating up on the bad teams, which is something they usually don't do. Roll it into the division now. Let's make a statement. This is now the statement run. You did what you were supposed to do against the bad teams. Now go on a statement run. Let the NL East and the Atlanta Braves know that you're here. It's not just going to be the White Sox that you're beating up on. We're here, and it's going to be a 100-win race down to the wire all summer long. I'm excited about it. I'm a little fired up right now. I'm excited. We're getting into that part of the schedule. We're better than I thought we would be in the standings. Everything's going according to plan. I am excited to see this team come out here and take care of business in the NL East. The rivalry games are going to be fun. All right, now I got some stats and some fun facts for you guys before we talk about some minor league stuff, because we're going to recap some of the guys we've been keeping an eye on down in the minor leagues. Currently, Jose Alvarado is sitting at 7 saves. We've also seen Jeff Hoffman and Gregory Soto close out multiple games. Jeff Hoffman, in fact, is leading your Phillies bullpen in innings pitched at 16, and he's sitting at a 1.13 ERA on the season. Bryce Harper's hot streak has him tied with Kyle Schwarber with 9 home runs at the top of the list. I'm kind of hoping that minor adjustment, we get a little MVP run from him. Give me that MV3 run right now. Go on it. Brandon Marsh has cooled off a little bit, but he's still been productive, still sitting at 746 OPS. He's got 30 hits on the season. Realmuto's got 33 hits on the season. But my guy, Alec Bohm is in the MVP running right now. He's been one of the best hitters in all of Major League Baseball. He's batting .346 with a .962 OPS. He's been Barry Bonds-like with runners in scoring position. You can't pitch to this guy with runners in scoring position. He's got 32 RBIs, 13 doubles. 13 doubles. We talk about the lack of of pop from Alec Boehm sometimes at the third base position. But if he wants to turn into a 40 double guy, Alec Boehm. Alec Boehm's going to find himself in the All-Star game this year. This is how you get in the All-Star game. April and May. And he's doing it. And my man, Cody Clemens, son of one Roger. I love seeing Roger Clemens tweeting about the Phillies on socials, by the way. It's kind of fun. It's kind of fun. This man has a 1.546 OPS, and it's like universally agreed upon in the whole organization that this is a major league bat. We just have to figure out what we're going to do with him. And sometimes we send him down to Lehigh knowing that he could be hell. He just goes down to Lehigh now. He's smashing the ball in AAA. He seems totally okay with his role, too. He's like almost like a Whit Merrifield with like, just get me in that clubhouse. I'm here to help. Love having Cody Clemens on this team. He's my favorite bench bat for this team. Now, before we shut things down, we're going to do a quick little minor league recap. Couple of the guys I've been watching so far this year. Justin Crawford down there. He's batting .304 still. He's up to 92 at-bats on the season, 786 OPS, plays a good outfield. He's also stolen 11 bases already this season. That's a lot. That is a lot. George Clausen, we talked about him on the last episode, sixth round pick, out of Minnesota, sitting at a 0.36 ERA still, 25 innings, 39 strikeouts for George, and he's starting to get some mainstream discussions. I've seen some of those minor league reporters talking about this kid as a diamond in the rough, and the Phillies might have found another Andrew Painter. Look at us. Look at us. And, of course, the cover of Bowman this year, Aiden Miller. Aiden Miller getting some cover action on Bowman. I'm going to have to crack a few boxes. Chase, my guy. Bowman did some really cool stuff with their baseball cards this year. They let the guys like personally engrave their first card that says my first Bowman auto. Every player did it. It's pretty cool. I can't lie. I'm excited to rip some boxes. But Aiden's sitting at a 966 OPS so far this season. He's 26 for 76 with 13 RBIs. He's a hitter, man. That kid, he's going to be a major league bat. What the progression is going to be, the scale, I don't know. That kid will be a major leaguer one day, and he's going to be fun to watch. That's it for this week, guys. I appreciate you tuning in. Again, next week, we're going to have Jolly on. We're going to have voice lines open. We're going to have NL East games to discuss. Finally, we have some division rivalry, some NL East action. I'm looking forward to that. And as always, guys, call the phone line. Subscribe on YouTube. Follow on Twitter, Instagram, Spotify. Whatever you got, we're on it. 267-225-6377. Again, 267-225-6377. Call in. Leave your thoughts and opinions. Have a great week. Go Phils. I love you. I'm out. Peace.